Hey guys, it's Katie. I'm out here with my doggies, Bella and Rascal. And my first trees came down and I am so excited. This one I thought would be the simplest to go down because it's not that tall and it didn't have any obstructions. So they started with this one, and then I have two more that they felled. I had decided, I said in another video, that I was not going to fell the trees because it was just a little too dangerous and I'm not experienced, so I decided to hire somebody. Well, it took me a while to get somebody out here to do it, and I wasn't sure how it was all going to work out. I could have had somebody come out and do a whole bunch at one time, but I wasn't sure how that was going to go and how much they were going to charge me, if it was going to be more than they said. So we started with just a couple, and actually my real estate agent's son helped me out, and I'm so thankful to him because he's a good kid, about the same age as my son, and we talked about price, and it was a little more than I thought. So he said, well, I could do some at a lower price and some at a higher price. So I said, let's start with the lower ones and I'll have you back for the higher ones. And he did a great job, so he's coming back. So this is my smallest one. We only did 3 so far. And it turns out of the 3, I'm going to walk up to the other 2. We're probably going to get almost half the logs that I was expecting to get, because I had cut back from thinking about doing a full log cabin to doing a addition to something else. Maybe half stick built, maybe even we just saw these beautiful, they're considered storage sheds, I guess, but they're 2x4 framing and 2x6 floor sills, and they're really nice. So I'm thinking maybe we can combine, and they have really nice wood siding. Maybe we can combine these two things together. So we'll see how that goes. But the important thing right now is just to get at least 40 logs set up for the winter. So we need to get them cut into 8-inch sections and seasoned and sealed and covered, kept away from the bugs and the elements, so that they can dry out in the next 6 months to a year. They say a year is probably better, but I heard you could do 6 months and do rebar, so we'll see. But this is my next one. I'm so excited. That's the biggie, one of the biggies. Beautiful log, straight up perfect. And that one I can get 7 logs out of. So I am so excited. And over here is the other one. Now the nice thing about these two, because God provides everything, one of the things I was concerned about is once I get them on the ground, I'm going to chop them into 8 feet sections. And I thought, well, if they're too close to the ground, it might be kind of hard to chop them. Might be dangerous. But look at this. The way they fell with these slants that we have turned out to be a blessing, because you can see right there's a nice gap. Right up there's a nice gap. In fact, now that I'm looking at that, if there isn't a gap somewhere, I can dig out a gap, because it's up enough off the ground where I can go through with the chainsaw without having to hit the ground. So that's amazing. And the one over here is even better, because the only thing about that one is I'm going to have to get down on my, I don't know, on my knees, I guess, to chop that, which might be a little harder, but we'll figure it out. But this one over here happened to fall right across the slope, but the slope is not that deep, so I can actually step down into that and be pretty much at waist length and chop that with no problem. So this is another one. It's nice and long. Got a little curve here and there, but that's okay, because we'll work with those. Our house is going to be unique, and we're going to try to get things as closely similar as possible as far as logs. We probably have different trees here, for one thing, and then we might not have exact the same diameter, although it's pretty close. But the thing is, if you get a little bit of curve in it, that's a great place to do something artsy, like add some stained glass. If you've seen like the Cobb houses, which I love, which is what my studio will be made out of, they put in gaps, they put even like bottles they use, and the top of the bottle becomes like a stained glass thing that goes through and brings sunlight colored bottles into your house and like dances off the ceiling. So there's so many things we can do with this. But that's the third one. So out of those 3, we can get at least 17 logs. So excited. They'll come back and do a couple more. The other ones are going to be really big, so we might only need 2 more. I was going to say 3, but I think 2 might do it. So very excited, very thankful. God is good. He provides. Where God guides, He provides. Have a great day, guys. See you next time.